What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Put It in the Book Show, Season 4,
16
Episode
seconds.
9.
9 times, Mrs. Bueller.
We were live 16 seconds.
What?
No, we were not live 16
As soon as he said go, it said live 16 seconds. So,
It's a Facebook thing. It's
Okay.
a Facebook
So
thing.
what the heck will we doing?
I don't know. We're going to have to find out later. But go ahead, Farace. I'm sorry.
Well, welcome to the show.
Time machine.
What is happening?
I don't know.
ReplaceMets, the Divide
Very
Line. What's
high
up,
def.
guys?
Are you using a different camera?
I am.
You look really? You are?
Oh, thanks for noticing.
Yeah,
I
you
am.
look very high def. Yeah, you look good.
Oh my
For a
god.
change.
Better than ever,
For a
babe.
cha-
Really?
For a change.
You need the fuzzy glare on yours. On mine too.
No, it looks like a 4K
That's
camera.
what I
It looks
use.
good.
4K. I am Steve. I got Keith right here to my left, your right, likely. I got Mr. Rodriguez right down here, back from a week off. We got producer Joe behind the imaginary fake glass internet door.
You might be seeing it.
Whoa. Yes. I
He's
like
there.
it. He is there. He is alive and kicking. As we've been doing, let's go round robin real quick as we talk about how the last week of our lives have treated us outside of baseball. Quick.
Oh, no base.
10, 15 seconds. Boom. Keith.
Baseball life outside of it. I don't know what that means. Life's been good. Work, family's good, everybody's healthy, and enjoying my stuff. Mostly enjoying baseball too. Last night left a sour note, but for the most part, doing good with that as well.
Except for baseball.
He did it last week to me too.
He's never gonna listen. Never ever gonna listen.
Well, baseball is part of my life. So if you say outside of baseball, that's there's no.
That it loses a huge chunk of your life. That's what's happening? Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Rodriguez, how about yourself?
I had a great vacation with my wifey. Went down by the beach, hung out. Had a great time. Back,
stuff, man.
refreshed. I think my beard fell off along the way somewhere. So
Yeah, did it wash off in the ocean? It just like took you out.
It's the salt water, man. Took it off.
As
But,
good as
yeah,
air.
I'm good, man. I'm ready. Let's talk baseball, bro. Come on.
Let's do it. Let producer Joe, you want to chime in on this? How's everything hanging in your neck of the woods?
To the left.
Life's good. People getting vaccinated. People getting out. Things are opening up. Looks good.
How about are you enjoying this week in fantasy baseball?
You got some effing nerve, you piece of
All right. My week has been fantastic. Joe, let's start the Put It in the Book show now.
Go.
All right, let's get this show started here and talk some Mets baseball.
On that last clip when you walk out on us and you're pulling up your pants, I thought you were gonna moon him. Perception.
No, really?
He might moon him, and that's why I was back.
I would have slapped his ass red.
I didn't want to get caught in it.
He would have deserved it. He would have deserved it for the reason why I walked out.
You would have deserved a good old spanking there, buddy.
Hey.
All right, now I see. Here we go. He had a real.
Hey, Terzio, Barbara, the Divide Line. Welcome, guys. Welcome, one and all. Let's get the show kicked off with a little bit of coffee. Keith, why don't you tell us about Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters?
BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com, from their roaster to your front door. Their coffee is so good. They take care of their beans. And when you look at your coffee after you brew it, it looks almost as clear as Farace in his 4K camera. It is delicious. And they have a whole bunch of... Your camera is really distracting because it looks like I'm looking at my TV in my living room. You did change your camera, right? I'm not imagining that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it looks really good. But
Thank
I
you.
told you this 5 times.
because it's distracting how good it is. He's like, I feel like you're trying to show me up, bro. Like what? BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com, from their roastery to your front door. Only the finest beans are hand selected for your pleasure. Check them out today. There's a whole bunch of flavors out there that you will love, such as Hannah Banana. I don't know if I need to even make fun of that name because it's just Hannah Banana. It's a
Just
delicious
says it
banana
right.
flavored coffee. There's also dark roast, dark chocolate, which is a favorite amongst
Best.
everyone. It is a delicious chocolatey flavored coffee with a dark roast bean, and it's gotta, just gotta be careful how much you drink, right, Fratch? How many calories are in that?
Zero.
Oh, have 4 cups. Run through a wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Do it. Then there's also my personal favorite, Cinnabuzz. Cinnabuzz is delicious. Then there's also Morningwood, which is what I get every time I see the 4K picture on Farace's camera. Delicious Morningwood. What is the other one? Drunken Pig. I like Drunken Pig. It's Drunken Pig. It's a whiskey bacon flavored coffee. Where can you go wrong with whiskey and bacon? If you're a man out there, this is your coffee. Drink it. And the good part is, any of these flavors, you can add 50% more caffeine to the bag of coffee for a nominal fee. I don't know what that fee is, so I'll just call it nominal for now. Check them out now. BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com, from their roastery to your front door. And if you act now and put in the code PopCulturePros, all capital letters, you'll get your 3rd bag free. So you need to buy 2. Don't be cheap. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com, from the roaster to your front door. Boom! What's up, Farach?
Boom.
Well done.
That went very smoothly right there. All right, let's talk baseball. Last time we were on the air.
Did I say coffee?
Coffee? Somebody said coffee.
Probably me.
You did say coffee several times.
That picture, you look so amazing, Bay.
Whoa! See all the follicles.
I know you really can see too many details. You should hide.
Too many.
Too many.
All right. So last we spoke, last week we were going into a couple of big series, right? One against the Rays, and it big because they are the Rays and they're always good. They always find ways to win games. Keith is gone. And then we go to Atlanta and we play the Braves. And along the way, our guys are dropping like flies. We get swept by the Rays, and then the ReplaceMets step up.
Okay.
A bazillion guys there's 14 total guys on the IL right now for the Mets. Some we want back real soon, like Mr. DeGrom, and some I'm okay with. Dylan Matanzas sticking on the IL. With the way our pen has been fantastic this year. But there was a bullpen game in between where the Mets bullpen combined for 15 strikeouts in the 9 innings, got the job done, and then how close were we yesterday to sweeping this Braves team, where we're just down everybody, where there's 2 guys in the lineup that had yet to get their major league hit, the first major league hit. So. Yeah. Rodriguez, the ReplaceMets are on. Nito's out there. Peraza's out there. All these guys are out there. VR. Talk about that. VR. I mean, it's just doesn't stop.
A few days ago, these guys are coming in and playing hard. They're using whatever tools they have to the utmost. I mean, look at Khalil Green. The kid's struck out his first 4 or 5 times or 7
Khalil
times.
Green was a football player.
No, wait, which one is? What's his name?
Khalil Lee.
Khalil Lee. I'm sorry, Khalil Lee. I apologize. But
he struck out 8 times. He doesn't deserve the name.
I didn't mean to disrespect the kid because he's playing great defense. Those 2 catches have been fantastic. I mean, those are very major league catch. That's what a major leaguer does. You got Villar, who's turning into our biggest offensive threat. Guy's got 4 home runs, maybe 5. I mean, he's a little guy, but he's playing really well, and he's manning the base, man. He's playing some really good defense at third. I think Nito our catcher has sucked all the life out of Lindor. Because the better that Nito gets, the worse that Lindor gets. I think there's a correlation somehow. I know they're best buds from when they were little in Puerto Rico. These guys know each other. So
Yeah.
they're real good friends. I think Nito did a brujeria. I'm telling you, Lindor, check Nito.
Bruja.
It was like from Space Jam.
Something from Space Jam is sucking the life out of him because Nito's looking like an all-star. And he did it in front of Travis d'Arnaud. Suck it, d'Arnaud. And Graves injured again. Nito comes through. Nito came through a couple of times, right? I mean, these guys are playing really, really well. The bullpen has been strong, man. The bullpen. Talk a little bit about the bullpen, Keith. Let's talk a little bit about
the bullpen has been, I mean, amazing. I love how Familia has turned himself around this season.
Look, wait, pause just for a second. The pain that Rodriguez just went through.
That's
when
what I
you said
started
that.
with. But it's true. No, but it's true. Familia has turned himself around this season. I don't know what he did different, but he's getting more movement on his pitches. He's locating them better. He's coming in and he's pitching like that 2015 Familia who got all those saves. Let's just hope it stays that way, right?
Dummy.
Yeah, I mean, and we just bring guys in out of nowhere who are pitching amazing. I know everybody was a little down on May, but Trevor May has been, for the most part, really good. Loop has been really good. These guys are coming in and getting it done. And what the bullpen offers, the Mets bullpen, is a lot of different looks. You got guys who throw hard. You guys who throw junk. You got guys who throws amazing fastballs. You got other guys who throw amazing cutters, and we're mixing it up. And the batters, we're bringing them in inning after inning, and the batters don't know what to expect. I just hope that they are able.
Strikes, and they're throwing strikes. Keith.
Yep.
Right, they're not walking the park.
They're getting ahead of people. Yep.
Even Diaz came in. What was it? 3 days in a row.
Yep.
And did good on all 3 days. So.
Nasty.
I'm going to give him to the All-Star break. If he continues pitching this way, I'll say he turned the corner because last year he did well. If he does well for half the season now, I'll have a little more faith in him.
He stopped that jumping.
The rest,
remember, I kept telling you guys every time he hopped over the plate, he stopped that.
He did.
Yeah, I think his only his only blip so far this year was that one game that he came in with like a 4-run lead, and he didn't need to be in there with a 4-run lead.
Poop in the milk. Poop in the milk.
Didn't he pitch 2 innings that day too, Froch?
I don't remember that. Wait, who? Me pooping milk? No, you can't. You can't.
4K poop in the milk. Look at you.
Wait a
Look
second.
at the details in your milk.
Let's go to the videotape here.
Isn't he dead, Waterwolf? I'm gonna say that till he's actually dead.
I think he's dead.
Keith said
he died, right?
He will give Diaz until the All-Star break, and then he'll turn a corner. I said he only had one bad outing.
Yeah, so let me clarify. What I mean by that is in terms of me having faith in him, like when he goes on the mound and not having a heart attack before he throws his first pitch.
That's never going to happen for me. I don't know.
No, I understand. He deserves that. But I'm willing, by the All-Star break to ease up a little bit and have a little more faith in him. I won't have complete faith just yet, but he seems to be locating his pitches a lot better. And he's not like when he gave up all those home runs, he was just throwing flat pitches right down the middle and in the wheelhouse. He's not doing that this year. And you remember he worked with Pedro. Tim, what's up, brother? You remember he worked with Pedro in the offseason between 2019 and last year. And since then he turned the corner, and Pedro may have given him some pointers and helped him out because Pedro knows how to pitch. A little bit of movement
at the end, right? A little bit of that movement at the end is what helps him. If it's 92, dude, you can't.
You remember the movement
instead of the floating slider,
right? Yeah. So
15 ninth inning home runs. Oh,
we'll see. If it's a flash in the pan because.
Dude,
not to be pooping the milk, but Familia was amazing, and then all of a sudden he's amazing. He's up and down. I need to see consistency out of Diaz to be our starter, but he did. Our closer, the opposite of starter. But he pitched well last year, and he's coming out of the gate pretty strong this year. So I'll give him that much credit. We'll see what happens for the next month and a half.
Yeah,
There we go.
for me, I am trusting Diaz right
proof.
now. No, I'm trusting Diaz right now as much as I can possibly trust a Mets closer ever. Like
That's valid.
it,
That's very valid.
it's not about it's not about I don't trust the guy. The ninth inning for the Mets, as a as a lifelong Mets fan, the ninth inning has always been palpitations and tums and roll leads and stuff.
Billy Wagner was good. Billy Wagner.
Johnny Heart
Billy
Attack.
Wagner was good, but still, as a Mets fan, you're like, oh, this is going to come off the hinges. But like John Franco and
No, he gives you a heart
mention
attack.
some
Johnny
of
Franco
these.
threw a 1.8 ERA and still gave you a heart attack every time he came out.
Yes, yeah,
Because there was change-ups.
exactly. Because he relied on the chasing.
He'd get
And if they don't chase, then you're going to walk
nobody out and then get 3 outs. He did it. I don't know how, but he did do it.
Lou, what's up, man?
Isn't he the greatest lefty reliever of all time?
I think he has. I think he holds the record for lefty
He holds
saves.
the most
Yeah,
saves, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
All
right, so-
said. Uh-oh. You hear what you did? You see what Lou said?
I
Time to
did.
be trusting him.
Time to-
Wow.
Trust the man.
There we go. We
Like I
trust
said,
you, Lou.
I trust as much as I possibly can a Mets closer.
There it is.
All right, so now we're in like a holding pattern right now, right? We got all these ReplaceMets, in the lineup, in the rotate. Like 3/5 of our rotation is on the IL. Taiwan Walker going on there, and it's just he might be number 15, but we have so much talent. We almost have somebody at every position coming back, and it's all good stuff,
A full team, yeah.
Nimmo, Pilar, will eventually come back. Conforto, McNeil, like major like McNeil and Conforto can be MVPs of the team.
And don't forget,
And they're
Alonso's hurt too.
Yes, his hand. So Alonso and
I'm
they
expecting him to go
I did
out.
read something. I did read something today of him potentially going on the IL. Also, and them waiting a day just
Is
so
he
that
on
you
your
can retro
fantasy
it.
team, Rodriguez?
Of course. Why would he not be?
Do me a favor, drop all Mets, please. Just drop them all.
I'm gonna have to, bro.
You're gonna
Just
have
this
to.
first ever round.
I've never seen
Yeah, I'll
this
trade.
before.
I'll trade you somebody like a Yelich for somebody or something.
Yeah.
But rehab assignments are going to start coming along, and so Noah Syndergaard was on a rehab assignment, did pitch very well. Lugo,
I saw his
I mean-
pitching. I saw that.
yeah, Lugo pitched. He opened a game, and he was scheduled to go a full inning, and he did go a full inning, but that only entailed 4 pitches. So, so that was his first rehab outing.
Lugo?
Yeah, he set the side down on 4 pitches, first inning, done.
Oh my
It's like-
God. Wait till that comes back. Wait till that comes back. And they give him
So-
1 inning at a time. Oh my
We got
God.
Loogie for the
Yeah.
6th, 7th, and 8th inning.
And
Oh my
actually, yeah,
God.
they talked about Lugo after this procedure, not right away, obviously, but the whole Lugo can't pitch 2 days in a row thing from last year and the year before that kind of goes away a little bit. You still want to monitor and be careful, but Lugo was never able to go a couple days in a row, which is why they tossed him like 3 innings at a time. And he was the only guy that we could trust.
Because he had the
Well,
same
the only
kind of
one that
Tanaka
could.
issue, didn't he?
He,
with the
he had
Martian
all
corn.
yeah, and he's well. What they took out was all the chips and all the debris and
Doritos and stuff like that.
Doritos in there, yeah. Dorito chips.
yes. So
Broken needles.
the bench mafia is here to fill in until these guys come back, and so
What are they going to replace the Mets or the Bench Mafia? Because I saw a Bench Mafia T-shirt Nito had on.
I missed what you said, Rodriguez. Something I said triggered the robotic voice for Apple. I don't want to say it again because
Crap.
Oh. Okay. I saw Nito with the Bench Mafia shirt.
okay,
And
yeah.
you keep saying, and you're saying they replace Mets, which are both are good. Which one are we going to use? Or we don't even have to choose, right?
They're interchangeable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to call
But
them the
the-
unexpectables because nobody expected them to perform like this.
Okay.
But I like
No.
replacements. I like I'll call them whatever I want. So you just keep your 4K self over there.
But
Wait, what just
replace
happened?
Mets allows us to take a look at Shane Falco
Who?
of the replacements. There he is. Look at that hair.
Jeez.
Look at that
Look
hair.
at that.
Look at that beautiful hair. Just
back when before John Wick was a hitman.
for sure.
Oh, man,
This
John
is
Wick
you know.
badass. I love John Wick. That was a funny movie too.
I love the replacements.
I like his
yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
What's the other movie with him and damn it, what's the guy from Roadhouse? Dirty
Patrick
Dancing.
Swayze?
Yeah, him and Patrick Swayze.
To friend skydiving or something.
Where's Rain Man?
Yeah, they weren't really friends, but yeah. Anyway, that movie was a good movie too.
I'm
They were
talking about for this
they
show,
were-
Rain Man.
I don't know what we're talking.
Surfers, the
Rain Man,
surfers
I
were
don't know.
bank robbers, and he was an
Yeah.
FBI agent. That's not
Do
giving
we
away
have
the movie. That's the plot. So check it out. It's a good movie.
Did you? I said something about was it Dexter? What show was I on? I said something about Dexter. It was this show, right?
What?
Yeah, it was
No.
Rodriguez.
Wait,
Rodriguez.
wait.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Keith, you weren't on. It was Rodriguez. Rodriguez was like, oh, now I can't watch the show. It's it's been on for 20 years.
Oh, that's
There's a yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember. That
looking
was
forward
I
to
remember
the reboot actually. But anyway,
I'm ready. All right, so
that.
we're in this holding pattern, and guys are going to start coming. You're going to start hearing rehab assignments. You're going to start hearing this and that, and then what do you do when some of these guys come back? Yes, that is Shane Falco's
it's
girlfriend.
J.D. Davis playing for the Syracuse Mets right there.
So bam.
Yeah, so J.D. Davis comes back. Does he get his job back, or does he lose it because he was injured? Those type of things are going to start coming up, and then the starting rotation guys are going to start coming back, so you got to start making some decisions there.
You play the hot hand.
I think
Yeah.
J.D. Davis collected a hit today.
You got to.
When his rehab starts.
He collected it. What does he do with it after he collects it?
Yeah,
He
what's
puts it in
doing?
a little box with his marbles and
it?
stamps.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
smells
right.
it.
He smells it. Yeah,
He smells it at night when he goes to
He
bed.
burns it, so the hits keep on coming.
that just goes so many places with so many jokes that are inappropriate. So, move on.
So, one of the biggest storylines in baseball so far this year is the lack of offense, right? So, with that comes the onslaught of the no hitter. So, we've had 6 no hitters during the season so far. We have 4+ months left in the season, and the record is 7 in one season. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to eke out another 2 after having 6 in just under 2 months. So we heard over the winter that baseball was going to make a change or two to the baseball, wound a little bit tight, looser, and the stitching a little bit looser. So just some opinions out here. Do you guys think the offense is down around the league because of that? Because it's been unseasonably cool as they've been talking about, or a combination of both? Do you expect that as we get into June and really the warm weather really settles in, to that these warning track fly balls are going to start going out? Pete hits them no matter what, it goes out, and it's, do whatever you want to the ball.
Sure.
And Peel hit it out. But what do you guys think? Is the offense going to start catching up, or is this going to be a pitching heavy dominant season?
Right. So if I can jump in, so I think the baseball, they were winding it a little different. It's supposed to be 2.8 grams lighter, and at 2.8 grams, they did some scientific study. I don't know what that means exactly, but they did some scientific study to say that the ball would fly 2 to 4 feet shorter than longer. So I don't. What I mean by that, I don't know what that means is, okay, the ball won't fly as long, but did they study what it does to the movement of the ball? So if the ball's a little lighter and you put some spin on it, because it's lighter, is it moving more? Is it causing batters to swing and miss more? Is it causing hitters to have more backwards Ks. I don't know what the story is. I don't know if they did a study on that. I only know from what I read from the memo they sent out is they said winding it a little looser and a 2.8 grams lighter would cause the ball to fly less, 2 to 4 feet less, and it should knock out a certain amount of home runs. But I think they didn't pay attention to what it would do to the spin factor and the movement factor and the pitches. And I think it's a multifaceted thing. I think the pitchers are getting more movement and they're starting to learn they got that movement. They're using it to their advantage and the ball's flying a little less. Now, when the weather warms up, will it fly a little further? Will we see a little bit more of a balance? Yes, but will it be completely balanced? I don't think so. I think that the pitchers have a dual advantage now. Ball's not flying as far and they're getting more movement. I can't prove it, but it's just my theory.
And the umpires have sucked this year.
Well, the umpires have been
Rodriguez,
sugar honey iced tea.
Okay, listen, I'm not even going to dignify
I know.
umpire.
Wait, Rodriguez. So I want to add on to a little bit before
you're going to make
comment.
me forget what I'm going to say, but that's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll make it up.
No, go.
Another question.
No, go. I want to hear what
I don't want you to forget. Go.
Oh, well, Keith has a point with the ball. That has been scientifically proven that it's going to fly a little bit less. It's going to go a little bit less. However, that's not the only factor. The other factor is the way that the offenses are nowadays. They are trying to lift every pitch. You're not looking to see guys are not looking to hit line drives anymore. Get base hit, get on base. They're looking to pop the ball out of the park. When the batter's trying to go up and the pitch is coming down, you're not gonna get hits. You're gonna pop the ball up all the time. You see it in every game, guys. Yep. These guys are popping the ball up at astronomical rates. It's insane to me. So first, the offense has changed. Everybody's trying to hit the ball out, which works in any pitcher's favor. The ball has changed, okay? By making it lighter, you're going to spin it differently. It's going to move differently. However you throw it, it's going to be a different feel for the ball. And if it travels 2 feet less, that's a big deal. Depending on where you hit it inside of that bat, it's not going to travel for you at all. So those three things are a problem. That's why there's no hitters. And it's been cold. The ball doesn't travel as far when it's cold, so it's going to stay in the air longer. So once the weather warms up and the guys figure out that they can't hit every ball out, they need to get hits, they need to get on base, those pitchers will be back to normal. You won't see 8, 10 no-hitters a year.
If I could just comment real quick to something Rodriguez said, the pitchers with the batters with the launch angle stuff. And all that's true. I'm not or going against anything he said, but in addition to that is what happened to the good old days when batters would adjust to the pitcher. This pitcher throws this. Let me hit the ball down. This pitcher hits, it's all same approach every pitcher, no matter what the pitcher throws. And that's got to stop. Lindor is popping up. Lindor is very smart and talented and athletic. He'll figure it out, but he needs to hurry up and figure it out. And that goes for a lot of batters across the league. You need to adjust to what's being thrown to you, not go with the same approach to every pitcher and pitch.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that's blanketed. Lou says our total home runs down. Yeah, total home runs are down, and we had this conversation over the winter, and 2 to 3, 2 to 4 feet is really like cutting down, or in my mind it was cutting down on the wall scrapers, the ones that you feel you have a chance to catch. And those will die at the wall instead of just going over. But you guys made phenomenal points, and I think once it turns towards June, gets a little bit warmer, and the hitters start adjusting, then you'll start seeing it normalize a little bit. If it doesn't, then baseball has really gone from one extreme to the other.
George summed it up.
The juice of the balls and juice of the balls. The juice balls. Juice of the balls.
Juice who's what?
What kind of balls are you handling there, Farace?
George does make a good point there. This is the worst offensive baseball I've ever seen in MLB. So but here's the thing that drives me crazy. There are other teams out there, and I've seen fans talking about it that are like, oh, are top 3 in home runs in baseball, and you guys suck. I don't care how the Mets score runs. I don't care if they don't hit a home run the entire season.
Just
As
get a
long as they're
W.
scoring runs, winning. They're in first place. They are in first place. I don't care that Team XYZ has triple the amount of home runs as the Mets do. We are in first place. In spite of everything that's gone wrong, in spite of all the nonsense, we're in first place. So, Producer Joe, I think, has another replacement lined up here. Yeah! That is amazing.
Bring
Just
back
to
some
see,
memories. Is that Lawrence Taylor?
That's
Wow.
Kevin
56.
Pillar.
Kevin Pillar.
Kevin Pillar.
Kevin Pillar.
George,
Oh,
George
man.
is not a Rojas fan. We'll get there, George.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
So here's one thing I do want to clarify, and I posted yesterday saying, the genius Rojas put in Nito instead of putting in Alonso. Obviously, Alonso, we found out afterwards, was not available, couldn't hit and whatnot. And Nito was the right call anyway. My point in saying it was we play the results. All the fans play the results. So if Rojas, even if we admit that is exactly what we would have done, that's the perfect way to handle that situation, and it fails, they're blaming Rojas.
What if
he
got a stinger and finalized his injury? They're blaming Rojas.
But then on the opposite part of that, on the opposite end of the spectrum, he could make the worst decision ever, and it just so happens to work out, and the fans don't give him the credit for that either. So, to the fans that are being right, and you can read into a couple of moves here and there, but Rojas is not the reason for the offensive struggles. And by the way,
don't know why
we're
he makes
in
the
first
moves
place.
that he makes. Farace, we don't know why he makes the moves that he makes. Some of them seem boneheaded to us, like putting in Nito for Alonso any day of the week. You would never do that, but he had to do it because Alonso's hurt. But meanwhile, they were tearing him apart for doing that. Yep. That's a perfect example of we don't really know why he makes the move that he makes.
Well, let me ask you this, Rodrigo. So for me, when I saw Nito come up, at that point I didn't know there was an issue with Alonso. I was okay with it. Why? Because Nito's been hot. You got to go with the hot hand sometimes. Would I rather see the masher up there? Of course. But Nito coming in made sense to me without knowing there was an injury because Nito was a hot hand.
Nito was a hot hand. He's been siphoning the life force out of Lindor. So that's why he's getting so much better.
Something is. I mean, listen, I believe with Lindor he'll be all right, but right now it's painful. It really is painful.
Keith. Brujeria.
Yeah, brujeria.
George, I will admit to that. Yeah, we talked about that. I forget which Peterson game it was, but yeah. Listen, over the course of 162 games, a manager is going to make iffy decisions, and some are going to work out, some are not, and so.
At least he doesn't chastise his
another
for hitting a home run.
Right, A-Rod. And then on the to top that all off is that if you are giving your hand and saying no pun intended beforehand, no pun intended again, that Alonso's not available, then that gives an upper hand to the Braves. You can't disclose that information beforehand. So it's okay that we're not privy to everything. And that we find out afterwards, because our enemies are also finding out afterwards, and it's just not it's just not a bright move to say XYZ is not available today. If they're not on the IL, they should be available, and the Braves should have to prepare to face any of their bench guys. And last night it was Alonso was one of the bench guys.
If I was going to have one complaint about Rojas, it would be sometimes how he handles the starting staff. Not always, once in a while. It's not a consistent thing, in my opinion. It's not a consistent thing from what I watch. That Peterson game, yeah, there's been one or two, but how he's handled the bullpen has not been bad at all. I mean, he hasn't been terrible handling the staff. He's not getting enough credit, in my opinion. I know a lot of people tell me I'm out of my mind, but yeah,
you're out of your mind for other reasons.
I'm out of my mind in general, but this particular reason, I don't think I am because, okay, he's made some, to me, dumb moves, right? But the majority of his moves, especially in handling that bullpen, has been pretty damn good. I mean, the other day when he brought in Terzio's ex-wife and she struck out the side, it was. And for those of you listening on the podcast, some of the things we mentioned are in chat. So when you get a chance, come watch us live on Facebook or whatever, because we do have some fun there too. But yeah,
Terzio's ex-wife throws a mean curveball.
It throws a mean curve. But yeah, I just think that he's been handling the bullpen well, and he hasn't been butchering the pitching staff like people are saying he has.
But then Keith and Rodriguez and all you guys out there, if Diaz, which hasn't pitched 3 days in a row, if he would have faltered the third day, Rojas needs to be fired. Done. He's got to be gone. But he did well, and it's not, Rojas knows his players.
24-year-old kid that throws 1 inning a game, you're getting paid millions of dollars. Sorry, maybe I'm being a jerk, but just getting them pitch.
Guys, we talked about this. Our fans are pining over a rookie baseball player in Seattle. They're still talking about Kalanick.
How many 0 for 4s has he had? I thought he got a golden sombrero the other day, too. Don't hear about that, though.
Honestly, who cares? So it doesn't matter. Our fans are insane. They're gonna hate Rojas. They're gonna love him, and they're never gonna give him credit for anything. But they're gonna be able to blame him, and they're gonna be on their quarterbacks forever.
It's like anything in life. You can't look behind you. You gotta look. You gotta just remember it, move forward, and learn from it. Next time we got a super rookie, don't trade him so easily. But we did. He's gone. Get over it.
But nobody knows. Forward. I mean, you never know if he's a super rookie or not. You know my feeling on.
He had more potential. No, but your feeling is very valid, Farace, which is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they're not proven until they're in the major leagues and they prove themselves. But he was pretty highly touted in all of baseballs. But listen, at the time, Diaz was a shutdown. He throws 100. He threw 101 the other day. He throws a 99-mile-per-hour cutter.
This Kalanick guy,
it's disgusting.
This Kalanick, when he puts some stats together, doesn't come talk to me. Let him play another 10 years. Diaz is a baseball, is a closer, period. Prime closer.
I wish Kalanick the best. People. He's gone, and that's all I got to say about it. See you later.
I love it. Joe, you're going to make me want to. I got to watch the movie tonight. I got to watch the movie. I also have another movie I got to watch because I got a review by tomorrow, but I got to watch the movie now.
But, Kalanick is doing, just not to get back to that, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's batting 179. No,
and he's in Seattle. I'm reinforcing. We traded him to the place we like to trade people.
Right. I'm reinforcing what Rodriguez is saying. He's batting 179 with a 233 on base percentage. Stop it. He's a rookie. He's not coming up like Mark McGuire or Jose Canseco mashing 30 home runs in the rookie year. Just stop.
Okay.
Terzio, I forgot the McCann bet. I forgot. I promise you I forgot it. But remind me of it. And it's lunch, right? About something with lunch.
No, it's you giving sexual favors to Terzio. That's the bet.
That's it.
What is that true? What Terzio was saying? Because I saw that
the replacements.
I don't pay attention to memes because half these Met fans make up the funniest crap. God damn. I mean, what?
Well, Keith, I know where you're going with this, and I saw it twice today, but I only saw freeze frames. I haven't gone back to watch the live, but
neither have I, because I don't want to see that crap. But anyway,
but if he did, then number one, props to Acuna because he didn't stutter or anything or try to turn back around. He was like, I hit third base. Of course, I hit third base, and something would have to happen with that, right? That. All right. So I guess after the show, I'll go and look to see if there's a video of it. But
no, I'm gonna look at it right now because I'm annoyed.
Of course. Of course. All right. So Kevin Pillar.
Not like you're doing a show or anything.
He has absolutely earned his Met stripes, as far as I'm concerned, because
he's a
just watching that. I mean, I heard all these things about him as a former Blue Jay and Rocky, and he's this gamer and he's tough as nails and all this stuff. But listen, he filled in very well for Brandon Nimmo. He was sizzling hot at the plate, played perfectly fine defense, and then what's the thank? How does he get thanked? A 94-mile-an-hour pitch to the face, and there he is.
Look at this guy.
And now he's really. I mean, if you look like this, as Met fans will love you. If you look like this, playing for the Mets, we will love you.
And you ask, why am I not in the lineup?
Exactly. Am I in the lineup?
Am I in the lineup? Right.
So he's probably going to be out for about a month. He's got to wait for the swelling to go down. Then he's got to have the surgery, and they talk about 2 weeks after the surgery, he should be back to baseball activities and whatnot. So he's going to be another guy that we're going to wait.
Nimmo will be hurt again. And he can come back.
What? Wait, didn't Nimmo get hurt by getting hit by a pitch though this time?
Yeah.
No, he has a back or something. He has something wrong with him.
No, it's his hand. It's his wrist.
So this time it's not necessarily his fault.
He's a pendejo is what he is. Get off. Back on the freaking IL.
Yeah. Pilar.
You're a nice kid.
Pilar is
we
is a
all
gamer.
love you, Nimmo.
I love Nimmo. But Pilar is a gamer. That dude he's a beast. And I gotta imagine that his coming back is based off of his faith in the team and his faith in the clubhouse. Because if he thought the team was just a bunch of crap and he wasn't into it, you think he'd come back the next day? He was playing it off, but you're miserable. Look at his nose; it broke in several places.
Get sissyish now. Polar bears crying because they fired the hitting.
Yeah, but that's undocumented. Who said that? Who said that?
He did. He said it. He admitted to it. Yeah.
I thought somebody else said that.
No, he admitted. He offered it up. They asked him a question about it, and he said, "I was really sad. I said my goodbye, and then I went to my locker and I cried."
Embarrassed.
Nobody asked him that. He just out with it.
What's wrong with you?
And he's only seen him like a handful of days since 2019 because Chili Davis didn't show up in 2020.
He coached from his couch. He was the couch coach.
Couch coach. All right, so Pilar has earned his stripes. Can't wait to get him back. You guys, once this, we're in first place now, and you expect it. We might not be playing up to par over the next week or so, and it's to be expected. But we have the Marlins coming up next, and then we're back home against Colorado for 4. Those are 2 teams that we should, especially the Marlins. We're 11 and I know they play us tough, but I feel like SNY constantly is reminding us day after day that the winner of the whoever in the division had the best record over the last 6 years has won the division, and so far the Mets are 11-6 against the division. We've had it's well documented. We've had our struggles in Craplana and Washington. And, you take 2 out of 3 in Atlanta with everybody out. It's basically a AAA team.
And let me just say, I blame Ronnie for Acuna's home run because the whole entire game, we just hope this guy don't wake up. You can just hope you leave town before this guy wakes up.
He did say
every at bat, 4 times in a bat, you cursing,
he was
jinxing.
Right.
He was.
Rah!
And then Gary,
Right.
Gary was having trouble yesterday. He definitely misjudged a few things because he's watching on a monitor. Obviously, and we're not judging him. We love him. But the whole game-winning home run, it's like in a fly ball to center field, ranging, and then it was gone. And a second and a half later, it's out of here, and the ball game is over. In a somber.
He doesn't want to call the win. He doesn't want to.
No. But he generally thought that was a lazy fly ball. He maybe that too. But Acuna did the bat flip and
who was playing center field? Because if you look at the way who was playing center field last night? Okay,
the rookie.
You look at the way he played the ball. It kind of looked like that. He didn't play it like he wasn't beating it towards the wall initially. So that might have thrown Gary off because it's on a monitor and he can't see the ball flying.
Big time.
Like you said, yeah.
And listen, Atlanta, with the blinking lights and the flashing stuff, chill out. Have your celebration. You could rip your jersey off if you want, But the flashing and the lights and it's so annoying.
What'd you think of Acuna with his bench doing all that? And
That's fine.
I didn't have
I'm
an
okay
issue
with
with it.
that.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Bring out the gimp. Jeez, Joe. Jeez. Yeah, I didn't have an issue with the celebration. Some people, well, of course, internet trolls. But yeah, I didn't have an issue with it.
Rodriguez is still like disturbed about that.
If one of our players, wow.
Look at Rodriguez. There it is.
Oh.
Keith, I think you're on mute.
What does Joe think about Dom, or should we not mention that on the air?
Oh, no.
Okay, moving along.
We all love Dom.
Dom is amazing.
Dom, da-dum.
Dom.
All right. So,
He's acting up right now.
speaking of Dom, he got the start at first base yesterday. Played well, and I don't know. It's both first basemen that just lunge and act, I feel like they're gonna tear their groin completely off the bone.
What did I say after that play
Both of them.
Dom made yesterday, Farace? Do you want to mention it on the air, or?
I forget, but it was along those lines. Terzio, you sound like me when
It was disgusting what you said. That's what I don't know what you said. It was disgusting.
What'd I say?
Me?
I forgot.
No, I'm not saying that disgusting thing with Dominic Smith.
No, yeah, Terzio, I get that, but I need to rewatch that because all I've seen is stills. But when you're talking about the end of the year and every game matters, and for those people that say that it's a 162 game season, yes, of course it is. But
So you
Game
want him to
one-
call back a home run because he didn't touch second base?
I don't know. I just looked at it, and
Huh?
the angle,
was third-
the
it
angle
was
they
third
had,
base,
it
I think,
looked
right?
like he may have touched it.
Yeah.
But it also looked like his foot was coming up.
Come on.
I don't know.
No, it looked like he touched it. He was doing
What
his
are
weird
you
stutter step
doing?
thing. Anyway,
Come on. It's a
yeah.
home run. Come on.
it's over.
Yeah, but if he steps off and he throws to third base and they call
Step
him
off.
out, we're in.
That's so brutally douchey. That's so douchey.
But if you're the manager, okay, Rodriguez. But if you're the manager of a team and you know for a fact that a guy missed second base rounding for a home run, you're not going to have the pitcher step off and throw to second base.
Absolutely,
Of course.
do that.
But
it's a
it-
douche-
What are the rules on a walk off? Because there is no stepping off the mound for the next batter because it's a walk off. So
Well,
what is
That
the
would have to
replay
be the
rule for
umpire's
that?
call.
yeah, or if they have a challenge. But I think the
I
Mets,
guess you could
the Mets,
challenge it, right?
I think the Mets might have used their challenge. I thought that they challenged something yesterday
doesn't-
on
it doesn't
second
matter.
base, third base. So that's already gone.
He won. He won.
All right, so let's think ahead a little bit here. The Mets, a well-deserved, well-needed off day today. A couple weeks ago, the Mets had 2 off days, and we're like, we don't want any off days. Play. And then everybody goes down and let's have an off day.
Please give us some off days.
They're not as
Yeah.
tough as they think they are. Every
And
one of them,
then
every
some
one of
of
them
the
went down.
right. And then you had Diaz go 3 days in a row. He got the day off yesterday. You had May go 3 days in a row. And then for everybody that was calling for McCann to get another day off yesterday, Rojas I think is right, because if you give him the day off yesterday, also now you got 4 days off, and that's it's for a catcher. You're kind of removing yourself from the game plan.
Right.
The
He's the
plan
captain on the
session
field.
before the
He's
game.
your captain.
Right.
He runs the game, dude. You need your catcher to be on point.
He's your captain. Yeah.
You need him to be in it.
That's a good song. All right, so next couple of series we have coming up is the Marlins. They're going to be down here.
I know.
The,
Okay.
what?
What is
Oh,
that?
I
don't remember
thought
what the
we
Marlins
was.
were in.
I thought we were still talking about Dom's.
No, we're
I'm,
not.
I'm sorry. All right.
We're live.
Dom's.
We're live. Producer Joe, we're live, okay? Don't forget.
Talking about his pastrami?
So,
What is he talking
we-
about?
His
You have
sandwich?
to say it.
I'm trying to roll through here. So the Mets are 20-17, first place. The Marlins are 19-23, 3.5
That's the
games
Marlins.
off the pace. the Marlins are the only. There's so many baseballs and TBDs on that screen. Nobody has any clue who's pitching.
Nothing but TBDs.
That's fantastic. I thought Stroman was going tomorrow. I thought that was locked down.
All 5.
Well, look at that.
Look at this.
Yeah, just throw anybody out there. Pull guys from the fan, from the stands. But
I'll do it.
If I'm jumping ahead, stop me, Frutch. But didn't I hear that we may have DeGrom back possibly this weekend or shortly after?
Well, DeGrom pitched a rehab start yesterday, so he's eligible. I mean, he could return as soon as Tuesday.
On Tuesday, right?
Because of the off days and whatnot. But maybe they go Monday also, depending on because that could be the 5 days also. I don't know about their off days, but the Marlins are the only team in the division with a positive run differential, and they are in 4th place. So that's what this season is telling you. I don't care how many home runs you hit. I don't care how I score runs. I don't care if I get blown out in one game and I have a negative run differential. The Mets are in 1st place right now.
Just win.
So you got that.
Well, just win.
Just win, baby.
That's it.
Just win. You got the Colorado Rockies coming into Citi Field, where the Mets are 11-4 at home, which is what we have. I have been preaching since the show started. We got to take care of business at home, and right now they are doing so. 11-4. The Rockies are in last place in the National League West at 15-29, 13 games out of 1st place. We knew that this was going to happen, right? They've lost 5 games in a row. The run differential is negative 37, and they are 2-17 on the road.
Oh my God! It's so like, it makes you drool as a team if you're playing well.
I don't like expecting sweeps, but if ever there was a time to expect a sweep, it's an 11-4 home team against a 2-17 road team. If there was ever a time to expect it,
I would prefer to sweep the Marlins to make a statement.
6 in a row, baby.
I would prefer.
Let's do it.
If I had to sweep either one of those teams, I'll sweep the Marlins just to let them step on their toes.
Actually, the Colorado series is a 4-game set. 4-game set. Anything can happen. I'll take 3 out of 4 there.
I'll take 5 out of the next 7. Thank you.
What?
Yes.
That's it right there. 2 of 3 and 3 of 4. Boom.
However that happens, 5 out of the next 7.
Wait. Rodriguez keeps Producer Joe in the wall behind him.
What do you think, Producer Joe?
No.
See, I know what it sounds like.
We gotta drill the holes, Farace.
It's like that wah. Yeah,
to drill the holes.
I did.
I keep forgetting.
He's got to breathe.
We got to slip,
gets delirious.
food, water, and whiskey in the wall.
A man with a hose, huh?
Chef, baby.
Is that Dom?
If only you guys could see me grinning ear to ear.
Listen, with 3 immature hosts, we needed to get an equally immature producer. So that's the way we roll. So that's how we
listen. Actually, we've been doing this. We've been doing this for how long now? Is it 4 years?
This is season 4, episode.
I think we're
9.
seasoned and professional.
Oh God, a dad joke a few weeks before Father's Day. All right. So what? So speaking of Sosa. Somebody posted a picture of Sammy Sosa in the.
Sammy Sosa's white now.
He is super white now. He's whiter than me. He's white.
Who did I say he looks like in that post?
I don't know who you said it looks like, but maybe it's best we don't share that here.
Well, no. It reminded me of the Sherpa episode.
Here's the visual.
Entourage. There he goes. Well, not that picture. The picture that was posted up, I think it was on PopCulturePros.
Yeah.
And if you're not on PopCulturePros, you should be. The guy who the Sherpa episode from Entourage, the producer, that E and Vince were trying to convince
the crazy guy
to get the Queens Boulevard movie done.
Yeah.
He looked just like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was like on the beach or something like that.
Yeah.
So So that's our next week or so. So which leads me to believe that we'll be back on the air next Thursday. It is a 12:10 start against Colorado. So we'll get a full 7 games. We know we're going to get the full 3 games down here in Miami. Oh,
That's
boy.
the shot.
I mean, I don't know,
get
man.
me some weed,
He guys, he hit 600. That guy hit 609 Major League home runs
with a corked bat for half
with a
of them
cork
at
bat.
least.
Yeah. Yep.
And steroids.
You know what? And they never checked his bat, and poor Hojo had his
And
bat checked
steroids.
every 10th game. I'm calling injustice.
Sammy just got jammed.
Leave Farace's father alone.
All right, so yeah,
allegedly,
we'll get our full 3-game set for sure here because they play in a dome down here in Marlins Park or whatever it's called now.
Lone Depot Park.
Lone Depot, is it Lone Depot? And then we're back home for Colorado, and then we play Atlanta on our next homestand also. So big homestand, take care of business against a much weaker team in Colorado. And then we get a rematch with the division champs next the following weekend, Memorial Day weekend, actually.
I heard Lone Depot promises loan rates as low as the Marlins win percentage.
Ooh. They listen. Last year was strive for 65, or 2 years ago was strive for 65 wins, and I forget the acronym now. It's something for 71. They're
Dive for 45. Yeah, there you go.
So it's something 71. I'll check it out. There it is. That's what we're gonna do to the Marlins this week. And just a peek ahead after that, we have a long road trip after that. We have Arizona, who we took care of at Citi Field. We have San Diego in a 4-game set.
Here it comes.
The hope is that some of our big boppers are back by then. They've won 6 straight games.
That's mid-June then, right?
No, that's June 3rd through the 6th.
You know what? Lindor asked for Machado money. He needs to go out there and show Machado up. Or at least that's what I would like.
Do it. And then we got another 2-game set with Baltimore. Bring back Harvey, baby. I want Harvey again. Want to knock him around again. Want to do it.
Evil
All right.
you are. Evil.
All right. Before we put a big old blue and orange ribbon on this bad boy, let's go round robin. I want to hear a Fwakata, please. For the love of God, I want to hear a Fwakata.
I want to Fwakata every single injury in every single Met. I'm going to Fwakata that out of your body. Fwakata injuries. Come back. I want some. I want some of our players back, especially in San Diego. Because I think we can skate until then. But when we're in San Diego, obviously we always want our starters there. But when we're in San Diego, we need our pitching and some of our hitters back. So Fwakata Mets injuries.
Boom.
Against San Diego, that was fantastic. Great job, Keith. In San Diego, we're gonna have Carrasco back already, right? And we should have and Lugie probably.
And Lugo. Yep.
So that's big in of itself right there. And if our offense guys
get me excited, Rodriguez.
And Walker, hopefully Walker too. And DeGrom.
And Saigram and Walker. Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna be good we're gonna get better.
All right. That's the hope.
I really hope so.
And JD Davis and hopefully Conforto and McNeil.
Davis and Conforto coming back. And
McNeil.
McNeil should be back before Conforto.
Nemo, I'll believe it when I see it. Not to be mean.
Give Alonso his risk, give some time to let it heal, get better and stuff. It'll be all right. So we're looking good for the next month, guys. I think I'm ready to go. Let's go Mets. So I'm gonna say.
Let's go Mets. Terzier agreed. Tell Ross we need a group of guys healthy when we play San Diego. Absolutely, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
We're going through a fortunate stretch with our injuries with the teams we're facing.
Did we get a Terzier wife joke? Did we get a Terzier wife joke today?
Yeah, I said she struck out 3. I said she struck out 3.
Oh, that's when you dropped off for a second.
Oh, I missed it.
I said Terzio's wife joined the bullpen and she struck out the side.
And she's got a nasty curveball. Nasty curveball.
Right, she got a nasty curve.
And earlier, Terzio said, I missed a couple of minutes.
She has a spirit too.
I missed a couple of minutes, and producer Joe stepped in and said, we were having a conversation about the ex-wife.
Okay.
All right, so producer Joe, any closing remarks, last minute words of wisdom? There it is.
Who said shaft like that?
Me.
There it is.
Put some bass in your voice.
Boom, boom, shaft.
There you
Shaft.
go.
Hello.
So those were producer Joe's closing remarks. I am going to say, listen, just like producer Joe said at the very beginning, get yourselves vaccinated. It's science. It's working. And they have vaccinated section at Citi Field. There may not be the best seats. I've seen some complaints about that, but there are still sections where you can, easily move around, have the mask off and all that good stuff. Here's word of advice to everybody on the Mets. Don't look past the Marlins or the Rockies towards San Diego. I know it's easy to do. Don't do it. Take care of business. Don't get into these trap series with the Marlins and especially the Rockies. The Rockies are 15-29.
Look at the stinky fish tomorrow, and that's that.
Really doing, one game at a time, especially when you have injuries like this. Sosa looks like my ex-wife.
No wonder why you left her, Frank.
Terzio says Sosa looks like my ex-wife. There it is.
There it is. That's what.
But one thing I will say about San Diego, San Francisco is still in first place out there in the West. But San Diego has they're beating up on guys out there. They're 51 runs in the positive. So that'll do it for us this week on the Put in the Book show. The Weasels are out. I pointed the wrong way. The Weasels are out. For myself, for Rodriguez, for Keith, for producer Joe, we appreciate everybody who watched, everybody who commented. We will talk to you guys next week, next Thursday. We can actually say when we're going to be on the air next Thursday. We'll be back. Peace out, everybody.
Let's go Mets, baby.
Let's go Mets.
Deuces.
Pull up the bullets.